In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to play chess. This video is for someone who has never played chess before and just wants one video covering the basics. Here is a timeline of a video where we're going to start explaining each piece and what it does, then we're going to cover rules and basic chess lingo, then I'm going to play a game of chess on chess.com and explain each move I do so you can get a rough idea of how to play the game. The pawn can only move one space at a time and can only attack diagonally. In this example, the pawn can attack the two pieces in the green squares but can't attack the pieces in the red squares. The exception to the pawn is if it's on the starting line, then it can move forward two spaces instead of one. The rook can move horizontally and vertically, any direction, any distance, but it can't jump over other pieces. Knights can only move in an L shape, and they're the only piece in the game that can jump over other pieces. The L must be two spaces, then one space. The L can be any orientation, any direction, it could be flipped anywhere you like, as long as it makes an L. The bishop is the exact same thing as a rook, but diagonally instead of straight. The queen is like a bishop and a rook merged together, aka it can go any direction, any amount of spaces, but it still can't jump over other pieces. The king can only move one space in a direction, and I'll explain why the king is important later. You have two goals in chess: to protect your own king and kill the other player's king. You win the game by killing the other player's king, and you lose the game if your own king gets killed. Another niche rule of the game is white always goes first. Check means it's possible to kill the king, so if you checked another player, it means you can kill their king. If you've been checked, that means they can kill your king. Checkmate means you can kill the king and it's impossible to save the king. So if you're in checkmate, that means it is impossible to save your king, therefore you will lose the game. However, if you've checkmated somebody else, that means you can kill their king and it is impossible for them to save the king, so you're guaranteed to win the game. This is how a chessboard is set up. You've got the pawns along the front and these pieces in this order along the back. Those are the absolute basics of chess. There's many other niche rules like castling, but that's good enough for a beginner. So I'm going to move my pawns out the way because they're a pain in the ass. So I guess I'm going to start by getting control of the centre of the board. My uncle gave me this advice and it's amazing. Get control on the centre of the board. I'm also going to do that. I don't know what the logic of that move was, but what can you do? I'm going to move this rook here, so I have complete control over this isle. I'm going to move this bishop out here, so I have control in this area. I'm going to kill his pawn because why not? I'm going to kill his pawn again. If I move this rook here, he can't get my rook. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Oh, did not see that coming, but you never do with chess. And my plan is I'm going to move this pawn forward, move my bishop there to get the king. And looks like that's not happening. I'll still move my bishop here because why not? I'm going to move my queen in front of my king. And then I am going to move this pawn forward to get the horsey. Shit, I did not see that coming, but what can you do? Now the king is in check. Now he's no longer in check. I want to get rid of this rook because it's a pain. Bye. Shit, okay. Well, he's got to get my rook, so that's a sacrifice I have to make to save my king. Oh shit, okay. Well, I've killed that player's queen, so I'm really not doing very well. It's weird, when I'm playing chess off camera, I'm fantastic at it, but as soon as I start recording, it's like everything goes to shit. Oh, I could just get his... Yeah, why didn't I see that? If I move my rook up here, he can't get it and I can get his bishop. Now his king's in check. I'm going to move this rook to the corner. For reasons you... Ah, shit. This bot isn't very good. Yes, I would love to checkmate you. That is my main goal. Okay, I'm going to move this bishop here so I can get his rook. I'll move this bishop out of the way, I want my bishops. If I move this rook up to this black square, then he can't move there. Can't move there. Can move there. Can't move there. Can move there. Can't move there, actually. So now I get his rook. Woo. I am going to move my horsey here. As you can see, an L shape. So then I can get his king. Shit. Okay. My whoopsies. I want to get this black piece out of the way, so I'm going to move this pawn here, kill the black piece, so I can move this pawn forwards. Thank you very much. You want to get my bishop, eh? Not on my watch. If I move this bishop here, then I can get... Oh no, but then I'll get my rook. Okay. Well, you won't get my bishop because I've got my pawn there, so I can get his king. So I do not get the logic of that move. I'm going to move this bishop here so I can get the king. And he can't kill my bishop because of my rook. Shit. Okay.